people, welcome to Kimbaskrafts. My name is Kim, and if you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, guys. Excited for this one. Love you guys, and we made it. We finished another diamond painting Deutschland Josephine wall. This is Earth Angel, and yeah, so I do not have the normal cover on it. This is one of those sand clouds. They're pretty cool. So yeah, it is a towel. I don't have like a sheet to put over it, but it doesn't have fuzzies on it. If you have a sand cloud, you know what I'm talking about. So I threw that cover out. That cover was getting on my nerves after dealing with it for weeks and weeks. And I'm going to give you all the stats real quick. Okay, guys. So this project, and it's going to be up in the corner, broken down week by week, took 17 weeks. 17 weeks, guys, to do this project. And this last week, I did 15 blocks. So for 100% done, 100 blocks total. And those 15 blocks took me 16 hours and 4 minutes. So they were very quick blocks. And I'm going to be honest with you, I did multi-place in that last row. There was plenty of areas that I could multi-place. I missed multi-placing, and I was like, I'm going for it. And I'm very happy I did that because I did single place a majority of this canvas. So the 17 weeks, the 100 blocks, 100 by 75 centimeter canvas, 250 colors. It took me 133 hours and 29 minutes. Whew. Yes. So I did predominantly work on this canvas and really nothing else. I did do a kit up for my SpongeBob, and I did one square on the SpongeBob. So but other than that, I dedicated all of my time this week on this project. I just really wanted to get it done and have a finish for you guys, and honestly just move on. So without further ado, la 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 la. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh my goodness. So I do have lights on in the kitchen because it's kind of becoming sunset or dusk, so it's not as bright. I got into a cleaning fit, and I really should have stopped and done this video, but so this is and if this is the first time you're seeing this canvas, so you haven't seen any of the other videos that I posted, my weekly updates, I'll just run you through what's going on here. This is by the artist Josephine Wall. It's from the company Diamond Painting Deutschland in Germany, and there are 250 colors in this canvas. It was extremely confetti heavy, with the exception of that last row up there, or the swirlies. And it still had a ton of different colors in it, but there were sections of those squares that were color blocky compared to anything else in this canvas. So I'll just do a real quick rundown. It's Earth Angel, so she's holding the entire earth in her hands here. And above it, so gorgeous. We'll just zoom in, and I'm going to bump you as I do this. Look at that dove. Look at that dove. I'm going to tell you right now, my absolute favorite part of this diamond painting to diamond paint was these swirls in the sky. It was a lot of fun, And I'm glad that it was left for the last tail end of it, because I really enjoyed diamond painting that part. And had I been in a very confetti heavy area, I might have been kind of burnt out. But I was able to just power through because I was really having a good time diamond painting all of these swirls, and it keeps going. So that's, I did like 5 blocks this way, and then I went up. But yeah, we completed a dove here with like colors vibrating in the background. And then look at her face. So her face is essentially like only 1% of this entire canvas, and they rendered it so beautifully. I'm just obsessed with her face. I think they did such a great job considering how small it is compared to the entire canvas. I mean, I just think she's absolutely lovely. The shading they put in there, it's perfect. If you zoom in even, you can see how beautiful her face is. She's just really pretty. She looks angelic. She looks like an angel. And I'm very, very happy with that part of it. So she's the earth angel. She's holding the world, and there's a dove above it. And then we have a swirl of colors, and this is the part that was really, really fun to do. She has a flower headband, and then her hair is actually like mountain and green foresty landscape. So you can see we have a bridge here, we have a river, and that's what made up her hair. So we're gonna have all the elements of the earth here, and we have mountains in the background. Let me just move this towel. I mean, how beautiful is this? A beautiful lake. I think this is a lake. It looks like a lake to me. And then we have the mountains, and then more of this beautiful sky, and her wing. Her wing represents to me like space, galaxy, constellations. So that's her wing. And gorgeous. I don't have any ABs in this. This is all the drills that they gave me, and you can see it's super shiny. And this is why I had no desire, because I did do a diamond painting Deutschland before, and I just thought that the way they did it, it just was so gorgeous. I didn't need to add anything. And I mean, does it not look like the tips of these wings are glowing? Without any special drills, it still gives you that feeling of these wings are glowing off of this page. I can't say enough about this project. So then we go into her dress, and her dress is like mountains and like water. Like, look at her dress. Her dress is like the mountains here, and then we have the birds. So we go into like the air animals, and they're flying over the ocean because her dress goes down into the ocean. So this is all of her dress here. And we have two dolphins jumping out of the water. We have a horizon here. And then we move on. And again, more mountains. And the mountains are the ruffles of the shoulder part of her dress. I mean, how amazingly creative is that? It's just so, it's done so well. And then you see her beautiful arms and her hand. You can see a shadow of the back hand and then the front hand here. And then there's just all of these colors coming off of the earth. There is a signature here. It's so dark, you can barely see it. It's like in a dark blue. And then we have like all the rainbow colors here that paint the world, right? And we go into a ton of different butterflies and flowers. So we have the flowers up here. And of course, this was all very confetti heavy. We have a butterfly here, here, a huge one here, a little one here, a little one here, another one here, and then a ton of flowers. And then we get into our land animals. And it almost looks like these two horses are running out of the water. Here's the beach, and it looks like they're running out of the water. We have like a gazelle. We have, I believe that's it, like a seal or a leopard. That's the leopard. Maybe that's the seal, an elk or a deer. And then we have a polar bear, an elephant. We have a monkey here, a rabbit, an otter. Yeah, it's, I'm sorry, the sun, these drills are just crazy beautiful. And I'm gonna show you something. So what I did learn about this project is I started from the bottom and I pulled it down into my lap. I will never, ever, ever do that again for two reasons. One, it had a ton of hair in it. I'm sure there's still a lot of hair in it. I tried to like get off as much as I could. And two, it constantly bent like on my desk, on my light pad, and where it bent, it would pop drills up. These drills do not pop. But when I was done, I did have like 4 or 5 drills that I had to like replace because of the corner and the tenting that it was doing. Like it was, a corner would push up and then pop out like 4 or 5 drills, and I'd have to push down what I could, and then I would lose one. I will never ever put a canvas in my lap, the completed part. So from now on I will work. I mean, it kind of worked out nice because like I said, I had that last row that really captured my interest and kept me going. But I would not, if I could do it over again, I definitely would still start at the top and push it away from me so that it stays clean, it stays intact, it's on a flat surface as it goes up. And then the part that's on my lap is not done, is with a cover sheet, is what is it called? Protected. So that's something that I did learn. And I did that, it was 17 weeks ago. I don't know what my rationale was. And it's the first and the only and the last time I will ever do it that way. I've always started at the top and pushed my work away from me to keep it clean. This is the first time that I started at the bottom and I put my finished work into my lap, which is just always full of dog hair. I have a pug. She's hiding from me because she knows that she's probably going to get a bath, and so she's hiding from me. But I always have dog hair on me, and so unfortunately, it laid in my canvas. I'm pretty sure I got a majority of it off, and then I had to replace a couple, like I said, just from the corners of my desk or my light pad, popping drills up. But the drills do not pop, and I'm gonna zoom in very, very closely. Look at these drills. Now I have to find it. And I'm rubbing hard. That is the entire, I did not seal this. This, you can see I'm losing all of the blood in my finger, and these drills do not move. They do not pop. The canvas is amazing. The glue is amazing. You can rub on it, do whatever you want. They don't pop. But, if you put a point of pressure pushing up, and I'm leaning on it and everything, it did pop some of the drills. So it's just, my own personal mistake. Now, I did not run out of any colors. Again, this is how I kit my Max Color canvases up. I really love these pods. It makes it super easy to diamond paint. So I did not run out of any colors, and I will just show you that I do have pretty much 2 full pods of trash. So this is my trash. Now, I'm not going to say that none of these are, strays that I found on my canvas. And I'm like, I would say a decent amount, maybe half of one of these are strays that I would find. And I'm like, you're just in and out of pods so often. You would have to sit there and try to file back. If I found like 4 or 5 of a color, then I would sit there and try to think back to the ones that I just pulled out and try to match it up. And if I found it, I would throw them back in there. But usually it was just like one or 2, and I would just throw it in my trash. But I know that people probably think this is a lot of trash, even with the strays. But again, and I zoomed in, you saw how tight the grid was. When you have a grid that tight, you really have to be extremely picky about the drills that you place, because any little nub is going to push it off the grid, and you're just going to misalign all of them. So when you have a grid this perfect, you have to make sure that your placement is like on point. You have to make sure your drills are straight, that you're in the grid, or you're going to throw the whole project off, and that's when you could have some popping. So just keep that in mind. I probably did not have that issue because I single placed up until the end, and by that time my grid was aligned. Like, the chances of me messing it up on my last row, it just probably wasn't going to happen. So again, if you tackle one of these projects, just know that the grid is very, very tight. You need to be very picky about the drills that you put on the canvas. Just get rid of anything that looks suspect, has any kind of misshapen or foot or tab or anything. Just throw that out. You're going to have plenty. I have some in the bag still that aren't even kitted up in here. I didn't run out of any color. And yeah, and just, you know, it's a very nice canvas that has line grids, so it should be pretty easy to stay like on top of where you're placing your drills. But yeah, I love her. I will be definitely framing her. It's just a matter of finding a frame, and I will be doing it myself. I know it's going to be a project, and I'm, you know, terrified that I'm going to mess it up, but of course I will tape it for you guys. I don't know exactly when that's going to happen because I don't know how much the frame is going to be when I find it, etc., etc. But you know, when I find one, I order it, it comes in, we will frame this beautiful painting together and hopefully make no mistakes. But that's all I have for you guys. Yeah, 17 weeks of work. I think it was so worth it. I'm so happy with this one. It was the first one that I wanted, and it was constantly out of stock. So I'm super happy I got it. And I'm glad you guys followed along with my journey. If this is the first time, thank you guys for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out. And if you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family and friends here at Kimbaskrafts. I would love to have you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care. Keep diamond painting.